Good everyone, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time of stopping by, thank you for stopping by. And to my subscribers, thank you so much. Today we will be learning how to draft our basic sleeve, both the short sleeve and the long sleeve. If that's what you actually need, please stay put on this video and watch to the end. If today is your first time of stopping by, kindly consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you derive any value from this video, please give me a thumbs up and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I post a new video. Thanks for watching.
The materials needed for this tutorial have been shown on the screen. Pattern paper, the scissors, the tape measure, the pattern master. The measurement for the sleeve have been shown on the screen too. So the first thing we are going to do here is to measure the bicep length for the sleeve. My bicep length is 4.5 inches. I'm measuring that now. So I will draw a straight line to connect it. So the length of the sleeve is 8 inches. I've bring out the sleeve length, which is 8 inches. We are cutting the short sleeve first. So after bringing this out, what I will now do is to bring out my bicep circumference. The bicep for this sleeve is 12 inches. Divided by 2, I have 6. Plus half an 1.5 inch sewing allowance. 1.5 inch sewing allowance. So after bringing that out, the next thing I'm going to do now is to connect a line from the bicep line to the beginning of the sleeve. I will connect a straight line from the biceps line to the beginning of the sleeve, a very straight line, and I will measure what I have on the line. I will measure the length of the line. I will measure from that the straight line I just created. I will measure the length. After measuring the length, I will divide the line into 2. I have 9 here. I divided into 2, which is 4.5. 4.5 at each side. So I'm still going to divide this 4.5 into 2 again. Yeah, thereby having 2.25 at one side in 4 places. I will now have 2.25 in 4 places. I first divided the line into 2, then into 4. So after dividing the line into 4, at this place where I place my tape, I will come up by half an inch, and the second division I will come down by half an inch. You can see where my tape is. I will come down by half an inch. After coming down by half an inch, I will now connect where I came up by half an inch to the edge of the sleeve. That is where the sleeve is starting from. You can use your free hand to do this also. It's not compulsory that you have a pattern master before you can connect this. I do use my hand to connect it most times. So now you now connect it back to the half an inch that you came down by. You can see where my hand is. You connect it from the center to that half an inch, then to the biceps line, to the edge of the biceps line. You can see how the shape is. To confirm your measurements, the round armhole is 16 inches. So divided by 2 will give you 8 inches. So now if we measure this, we must get our 8 inches plus the 1.5 inch sewing allowance that we left there. So let's go through that. So after measuring this, you can see I got my 8 inches and the half an inch. I've marked the 8 inches there. So you see the 1.5 inch sewing allowance that is there. So it is actually correct. So for the bottom, the bottom circumference where the sleeve is stopping, that is where the hand is coming out from. So it's 11 inches. 11 inches divided by 2, that will give me 5.5 inches. That 5.5 inches plus 1.5 sewing allowance that I added to the upper part. I'm, I'm inputting the 5.5 inches. I will now add the 1.5 sewing allowance that I added to the bicep to it. Then I will connect the line from the biceps line to the length of the sleeve, to the full length of the sleeve. Because this is a short sleeve, no need for elbow line or any other line. It's just the biceps line and the short sleeve length. So if you are cutting this on a fabric, if you are cutting this on a fabric, you will need to add at the edge. You can add up to 2 inches for the folding allowance. I'm now connecting the lines with my marker so that it will be more visible now. So after connecting the lines, I will now cut out the sleeve. So our short sleeve is ready. Please kindly like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please like this video if you actually derive any value from it. You liking this video will make this video go more and many other people will see it. So we are done with the short sleeve. Now to cut the long sleeve, it's still the same method. Welcome back. To cut the long sleeve, it's still the same method. I'm still going to bring out the 4.5 inch bicep length. I will bring out the elbow length, which is 11 inches, and the length of this long sleeve is 22 inches. I'm going to bring that out. Remember, if you are cutting this on the fabric, you have to add the folding allowance at the down part of the sleeve. You can see the paper is on fold. So the next thing you are going to do now is to create the straight lines just the way we did in the short sleeve drafting, and just the way we did in the short sleeve drafting. So you measure what you have here. Here I have 9 inches because I'm using the same measurement. So you divide the line into 2, then into 4. So after dividing the line into 2, then into 4, you can see what I did. I connect the lines. I connect the bicep line to the beginning of the sleeve, then divide the line into 2, then into 4. After dividing the line, I'll come up by half an inch here and come down here by half an inch. Then I will connect it. I'll connect it back. After coming down, I will connect the lines to the where I came up by half an inch. I'll connect it to the upper part of the sleeve, just the way I connected the other sleeve. You can see what I'm doing. You can actually use your hand to do this. It's just for the sake of the tutorial that I'm using the pattern master. So after connecting the lines, the next thing is to check if our measurement is correct. Your armhole divided by 2. For this is 16, divided by 2 is 8. We have our 8 there, and we must have our 1.5 inch sewing allowance back. You can see that. So the next thing now is to input the elbow measurement, which is 11 divided by 2. That is 5.5. 5.5 plus our 1.5 inch sewing allowance. We are returning it back there. So now we are inputting the round sleeve measurement, the round where your hand is going to come out from, the bottom measurement for the sleeve. That's 8 inches. For that 8 inches divided by 2 is 4. Then we are going to add our 1.5 inch sewing allowance back to it. After inputting the measurement, we are now going to connect the lines together. Remember, if you are cutting this on the fabric, you need to add folding allowance to the edge. So now I'm going to use my marker to trace it so that it will be very feasible. So after tracing it, that's the elbow line, that's the bottom line, and we have the bicep line at the upper part. I'm cutting the sleeve out now. Kindly like and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you actually derive any value from this tutorial. Thanks for watching.